I ain't got that much time left. 'Cause I give you my all and all you give me is your words to kiss.
This is Lavetta Jenkins of chattypassenger.com, and if you are like myself and thousands of others, you have just discovered the soulful vocals of singer Shaun Milli.
When you gonna love me? Bro, we got 56 on the chart. So wait, let me explain. I've never charted before.
Milli's 60-second clip that he posted on TikTok ahead of his EP One in a Milli release skyrocketed his exposure, gathering hundreds of thousands of streams, and it has amassed over 1 million views on the original TikTok video. I caught up with Milli, who was on the go, to ask him about his newfound fame and what he has next on the agenda.
I saw it come across my matter of fact, my following page. Somebody I was following did a duet with your snippet of Love Me. And I was like, who is this? And why don't I know who this is? So, of course, after that, I followed on all social media and I just started stalking you because I was like, when this drops, I need to be on it. And yes. I think it was, what was it, like midnight? I think it dropped on the 13th.
The EP or when I dropped the snippet?
When you dropped the EP, was it midnight?
Midnight, yep.
I was going to say, I feel like it was midnight because I get up normally every day at 4 a.m. And I remember thinking, okay, if I stay up till it drops, I'll be able to give it at least one good listen before I got to go to sleep and get up. And you did not disappoint with this EP.
You.
So
thank you.
I know a lot of people are probably new to you, such as I am. Tell us how you got your start singing. Where'd you come from?
Well, I'm from Edgefield, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. I started singing in church. And it's a funny story. I like to tell the story. And so basically, my aunt, she was up in the room and she was singing or whatnot. She was practicing, right?
Okay.
She was practicing for Sunday service because the lead singer wasn't going to be there.
Okay.
And she was up there singing Holy Spirit Fall Fresh on Me. And I went up there and I was like, oh, I know that song. She was like, oh, you do? I was like, yeah. So she just brushed it off. She kept singing it or whatnot. And I started singing along with her. She was like, wait a minute, do that again? So when I did it, she was like, okay, so you're singing Sunday at church. And it just went from there. And when I went Sunday, I actually sung with my back turned to everybody. Like I didn't even look at nobody. I was just looking straight and I had my back turned. So that's how it started, man. And I just fell in love with it.
You know, I feel like a lot of people get their start in church kind of like that. Somebody hears you and then like, oh, you up Sunday. So that's how a lot of people got their start. But what made you want to sing this type of soulful music and just not stay with gospel? Because you can hear the gospel influence in your voice, but what made you do a little bit of a switch over to singing about love and heartbreak and a lot of other adult themes?
I think it had a lot to do with the movies that I watched because I grew up watching The Temptations and What's Love Got to Do with It, 5 Heartbeats, stuff like that. So when I started singing in church, it was just basically not just to do it, but when I started, I was actually singing gospel and I seen the reaction that I had from people. And like when I went to school or whatnot, I was singing in the chorus and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. One day I just started singing love music, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. But I still do sing gospel.
Okay.
I still sing gospel. I ain't gonna, I can't throw that away because that's my roots. That's what I came up off of. So I'm always singing gospel. So like when I do shows or whatnot, I'm always in the night with a gospel song. We got to.
Okay. All right. A little bit like Fantasia. You can go out there, but you still know where home is.
I know where home at.
Got it. So I found out through your manager how old you were, and I was shocked because when he told me, I was like, there's no way this voice and this talent is coming from what I would consider a baby. You are, and I'm only saying that because you and my daughter are the same age. And I was like, oh, this is both fascinating and disgusting at the same time. And she's at home singing I Can't Wait. I'm singing Love Me. I got an aunt in her 60s out here singing Love Me. So you've literally got 3 generations of us on lock with this music coming from you. And it's timeless.
That's the goal, though. That's the goal. That is
You
the goal. You want to make timeless music. You want to make music that everyone can sing along to, everyone can relate to. You know, and I always think of that when I'm writing music. I always want to write songs and stuff that people can relate to. Right. You know, and not just anything. So that's the goal.
Definitely succeeded in it. And I can say beyond the shadow of a doubt that if people didn't know who you were before, they are definitely going to know after this EP. Every single song in my book is a hit, even to Lullaby, which is like the shortest one. And I'm not just saying that, you know, as a fan. I also work in radio, and I know what we play and the caliber of things that are, you know, being put out now by, you know, what is it, Jay Brown and all the rest of them, you know, guys. And it's not even just the caliber of music. It's the style of singing that you do. We're missing a lot of soul, and I feel you have it.
Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot.
You're welcome.
Does. Thank you.
You're welcome. It seems like, you know, you're just the average guy. What do you like to do for fun as Shaun and not Shaun Milli?
I just sing. I'm goofy too. I'm really goofy. I am really goofy. A lot of my friends tell me, they say, you should be a comedian. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be no comedian. I don't want to do that because I feel like when I'm pressured to make people laugh, I can't make them laugh.
Right.
Just being myself, I can make them laugh. But yeah, I'm just a regular person, man.
Okay. So do you have children? Like, what do you no children?
I don't have any kids.
So your baby is your music, you would say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I believe, have you done something before this EP?
I was putting out singles here and there. Last year I put out my very first single in video. Well, it wasn't my very first single, but it was my very first video. And I came back from a long time because I think I first started posting in 2016. So last year, I would say was my first video and first song, which was Janae, which was number 2 on the EP.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Janae got some nice little yodeling in the back there too.
Yeah. So I put that out in June of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And then I turned around and put Temporary out, which is number 8. I put that out in July of last year.
Yeah. And Temporary kind of closes out the album. And it's a good way to start off with the Go Milli that's real good and inspirational. And the aunt that you were talking about earlier, is that the aunt from Go Milli?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, right?
That's she passed in 2016. She was like my second mom, actually. So and if you listen closely in that song, in the beginning of it, I had a video of her saying "Sing Shaun." So in the beginning of that song, if you listen very closely, you'll hear her saying "Sing Shaun" right before I started singing, because that's something that she would always tell me to do. So yeah, that song.
You can hear that in the song. Trust me, I am probably one of the biggest streamers of this EP because I have just been listening to it over and over. And that's why I know the order of the songs, because it goes Can't Wait, then Lullaby, and Love Me. Trust me, I know the order of the song. Temporary, close it out. And if you put it on a loop, going from Temporary to Go Milli, it ain't bad either. And I noticed that if you loop, which I do, I have a habit of putting songs on repeat. If you put I Can't Wait on repeat, it ends and picks up in such a way that you don't really know it started over.
Wow.
Listen,
wow.
I hear and I know and this is how I know you've got something good, because I'll fall in love with a song from someone. Like, okay, you know what, this person's good. They got one song, that's it. But Love Me drew me to the EP, and everything else made me stay there. So I don't know who's writing for you, if it's a spirit giving utterance, I don't know what it is, but I know that this one is definitely going to put you on the map.
Wow, thank you so much. You say you don't know who's writing for me?
Yeah, is it you?
Yeah, I write my own stuff. Yeah.
All of it? Okay,
Yeah,
because
I
if you're
wrote
writing all of it, then I
everything.
got other questions.
Everything you hear is all me. I wrote everything.
All right, well, saddle up because here we go. Janae.
Here we go.
who's the inspiration behind Janae?
Okay, so Janae, if you notice the song when I say now that part,
Yeah.
I got that from Janae Aiko. I don't know if I'm saying her name right.
Oh, you know what? Not even gonna lie. When I announce her songs on air, I always say, I know I'm jacking your name up, girl, because I say Aiko, but
Yeah,
I need to hear her say it so then I'll know.
Right. So that part, I got that part, but I just sung it in falsetto. Okay. So I just took that part from it, put it in the song, and I was like, let's just name it Janae. So that's just how it came about.
Yeah. Okay. So
I was actually kind of intoxicated when I wrote that song, though.
Listen, so from the subject matter, I would have guessed with some of the things you were saying that something was going on there. With Go Milli, is that what you use to? Is that like a mantra or an affirmation for you to get you going, get you started, and keep you going?
Yes, that song. I wrote that song because one day I honestly I felt like just stop doing music. I didn't want to do music anymore because it just seemed like nothing was going right. No one was really looking at me, paying me any attention. And I was just like, man, like I don't know what else to do at this point. So my cousin was like, man, just put it in a song. I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, just write about it. So I hung up and immediately I just turned on the beat and I just started writing. And that keeps me going. And I was listening to it before I even put it out. I listened to that song every day because it reminds me just to keep going, you know. And then I hear my aunt's voice on there and all of that. So just reminds me just to keep going, you know.
It's definitely that kind of style of song that gets you, because even though it's not being, my name isn't in it, I'll put my name in it. And on a rough day, if you listen to that, it's like, you know what? I got my head on straight. Things are going to be okay. And I just have to keep encouraging myself. So that was, it's definitely something that you did personally, but it can absolutely reach all of your fans because it transcends everybody. Everybody's going through something right now. Everybody. And this kind of helps keep us all grounded, remind us that yes, it look a little like it's looking right now, but we can all do better moving on. Now, I gotta ask you, let me see what number it is first, because since we going in order, sort of. Number 4. You were saying, when I first listened to it, I wasn't looking at the spelling and I was like, what's a voodoo? And then I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So I was like, what is he saying? And then I was like, oh, okay. So this is somebody who ain't got no labels, no nothing. You just come by, do what you got to do and go on. Where did you get that from? Or is that just the younger version of what we would call situation?
A side piece.
Right.
Side piece.
Not even, I don't know if everybody. You don't even want that in the song. You don't want no titles, no nothing. I'm gonna come over, drop it off, go on by my business. I might come back, I might not. We don't know.
Wait, but listen, I don't know if everybody, like, because I'm from the country, I'm from South Carolina, and like down here we say that.
Okay.
I don't know if other people say that or not, but that's where it came from. I was like, I want to put that in a song. I never heard a song with nobody saying it really, so let's just go with Woot Woot. And I turned the beat on. I just started vibing with it. And that's just how it came
along. It's definitely a country sound to it, with the twang in your accent. But I feel like I've heard that word. I'm in Ohio. I feel like I've heard that word up here too. I don't know if I'm trying to think of how they're using it. I think it's very similar in the definition up here too. It's very similar in the definition, but it tickled me because I'm like, I have never heard this in a song, period.
So that's how that came along.
Yeah, I can see. I'm not even gonna ask who made you write that, and I'm not even gonna do it. So, who is the heartbreaker behind I Can't Wait? You ain't gotta tell me your name, but where did that come from?
No one.
Because my whole house is saying I can't wait for the nigga to do you dirty.
Yeah, but the thing is, no one. And the reason why I say that is because I just always write music for people for common situations.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people go through that. People feel that way
And they
about
do.
certain people, you
And
know?
they do.
And so I just, even if I don't go through it, like they'll ask me, who broke your heart? They need to keep breaking your heart. No one broke my heart. I haven't got my heart broken. But I'm just writing music and writing songs on what I know people go through on an everyday basis and what they, you know, I'm saying like go through in a situation or with their significant other, you know, because just about every day you find somebody cheating, or just about every day you want to find a whoop to whoop, find somebody to drop in and drop out, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how it comes along.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip the number one single on the EP right now and go to Can't Call on Me. I'm noticing that there's a theme a little bit in here, and it's kind of like you said when you said somebody needs to keep breaking your heart. It's like when Adele goes through something and she comes back and gives us like some fire music. I can see how it started off on some, no, I don't really want this, but I really like her, and then it goes into Love Me, and then it goes to Call on Me. What was your inspiration behind Call on Me? Were you really just wanting to be there for somebody in case she needed you? Because it seems like a couple songs back you ain't want all that.
See, because this EP gives you all type of vibes. It gives you so many types of vibes. So if you're going through a heartbreak, you got a song that you can go to for that.
Right.
If you're in love or not in love, really all my songs are heartbreak songs.
Well, you got a little bit of passion in there. Then you got some I Want More Than This with Temporary. Because I'm like, you started off just on a whoop to whoop, but now you don't want nothing temporary. So
now I want nothing. But if you notice, I made Temporary first. Temporary, of course, was the first. And on Whoop to Whoop, on the first verse, when I first did the first verse, it said, you said you ain't want nothing temporary. Yeah. So I used it. You know what I'm saying? Like I did wordplay for basically.
I heard that.
See, I heard it. We here.
Absolutely. I heard it.
But yeah, man, it's just basically I'm just writing music that I know people go through on an everyday basis and how people feel,
And it's on time, spot on. I don't know how many people going through a breakup right now, but Love Me is speaking to everybody. I've seen so many duets on TikTok. I've seen the numbers on, YouTube. I've seen the numbers on Amazon and Spotify. And this one definitely put you on the map with everybody. Did this one come from an actual experience, or did Love Me just come from your heart because people are going through?
It came from my heart, man. And it's like, I want to be that voice for somebody. And so many people told me, like, you just summed up what I've been feeling for so long. Like, you just put it in words. I didn't know how to put it in words, and you did that for me.
Right.
That's the goal. I want you to be able to turn my music on, like, because I know a lot of people say music doesn't have a meaning anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I want to bring that back. I want to bring music. My music is going to have a meaning behind it. Every song, I want you to be able to get something from it.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if that comes from me singing gospel too, because, when you're singing gospel, you're singing it with so much passion for them to get something out of what you're saying. So I kind of take that and put it in my R&B music so you can get something out of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think that the first two lines in the song is what caught everybody. And that speaks to your writing, because everybody has I'm gonna get a song in a couple seconds, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna turn. You catch them before those couple seconds is even out, and it kind of like, because I was like, okay, this is cute, I ain't got that much time left, and then because I gave you my all, and I was like, well, yeah, all you gave me is your ass to kiss, and I was like, oh wait, so what else happened, sir? And it really snatches you and pulls you in, like, dang, what she do? What did she do? And just listening to it all, I promise you, those first couple seconds of the song is really what grabs and holds everybody. My aunt texted me and was like, who sings that song? And I'm like, what song are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, the song because I reposted, I shared it to social media. I'm like, oh, the song I posted the other day. And she's like, yeah, who is that? I was like, it's a new guy I just found on TikTok named Shaun Milli. I was like, his song comes out, I think on like the 13th. She was like, I need to find that song. I said, well, when it drops, I'll text you, you go ahead and grab it. And she got it before I did. because I think I did those
Wow.
up. I woke up at 4 trying to download the album on Amazon. She texted me, it was like 12:01, like, I got it, do you? And I was like, are you serious?
Wow.
Right. So I'm telling you, that one right there had to have been God ordained for you to write that, because everybody is on
And
it.
I'm so glad I wrote it. I am so glad I wrote it. That song has really opened up so many doors for me. It's just, and it's just like, it's crazy because all this stuff is happening right before my eyes. Like,
Right.
I was at Waffle House. I was at the Waffle House when I posted that. I had already posted it once and it didn't do anything, so I took it down and deleted it.
Really?
And I was sitting, I was just leaving a video shoot in Columbia, South Carolina, and I sat at the Waffle House waiting on my food, and I was like, oh, let me post the video again because it, you know what I mean? Let me see, because I had so much. I knew that it needed to be heard. Like, I knew people would relate to it, so I posted it sitting at the Waffle House. I totally forgot about it. I got home, ate my food, went to sleep, woke up, got on TikTok. Boom! I said, "Whoa, wait!" Like, they got it. They caught it. So I was very excited about it because, like, I had forgot all about it. I had even posted it, you know.
Wow.
And I'm
And
so
that's
glad I
how
posted
things
it.
happen. That's how things happen. I've noticed that a lot of people, when they go viral, they just do something. Oh yeah, just here, let me put that out. And then they go to bed and wake up the next day and their life is changed. And
It's
I'm
changed.
so glad that happened for you. You said you put it up before, it didn't really do anything, so you took it down. Some people would have just left it and be like, oh, well, I guess it's not good.
I put it up and I probably got, like, of course, I left it up all day, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I got back on there and it had like maybe 200 views. And I was like, oh man. And I went back and listened to it and I just deleted it. I deleted it. And when I deleted it, I wasn't going to post it again. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, like, this, somebody has to hear this. Like, not tooting my own horn. I was like, this is good. Like, somebody has to hear this,
Right.
So,
and you were right in doing so. It just wasn't the right time then. But hey, maybe the magic of the Waffle House, sitting there waiting on your food and posting it. It's something to be said about doing what you're supposed to be doing and then resting in that. And I know we can go to church all day long about it, but you really did what you were supposed to do and then just went to sleep in faith, knowing that this time it's going to be the one. And you woke up the next morning to thousands and thousands of views.
Wow. Yes.
Thousands.
That's how it
Thousands
happened.
of views, thousands of duets, because that's how I saw it. Somebody was duetting it, just sitting there looking like, what am I listening to? And that's when I was like, okay. So what I did was I saved the video and I reposted it to social media. But during the day, I would just play it on my phone, looping that 1 minute over and over and over. And I was like, whatever this is, whoever this is, I got to know. I gotta know, and I got to have this song. And I'm so glad that you followed your first mind and didn't just, throw it to the side and be like, oh, well, maybe they don't like it, because there's a big difference in 200 and 200,000.
Yeah.
And now you're well over that.
Yeah.
Across all platforms, very well over it.
Yeah. And my manager, he had told me, he was like, you should post, your music on TikTok. And I was like, yeah. I started posting on TikTok when I first started doing TikTok, but it wasn't really catching people's attention. So I was on there trying to be funny and just built my followers up different kind of ways. And like I said, and that's how it went. I put it up, deleted it, put it back up, woke up, and there it was.
And it is amazing. I promise you, there are people that you wouldn't even think listening to the song. I got it. Your manager sent it to me and I was like, man, I had this already, but thank you. So I forwarded it to our music programmer here at the radio station I work for. And I was like, listen, I know you like to play stuff that's already on the charts, but let me tell you something. This right here needs to be played. He was like, oh my God, who is this? I said, well, it's a little guy I know. And I didn't say nothing about TikTok. I said, I know him. Hadn't even. I think I was in your lives, like, hey, I'm trying to get in contact with you. But I told him, I was like, this artist is solid and we need to play it. And he was like, this is really good. I said, because they don't make this no more. We play more 90s R&B, some kind of throwback, a little bit of old school. We're more urban adult contemporary, so it's very little rap. It might be a rap verse here and there, but I told him, I was like, they are not making music like this anymore. Everything that's coming out is superficial, and this right here is as close to blues as I feel like anybody has gotten. Everybody's got the rhythm, but nobody has had the rhythm and the blues to go with it, and this was it.
Wow, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Listen, I know your aunt has got to be smiling down from heaven, and I feel like sometimes they go up there to pull a couple strings, because
I think that's what happened.
It's got to be right before a whole bunch of stuff blew up for me. My dad and my mom passed last year, and I was like, come on, Jesus, you doing me like this? And then a whole bunch of opportunities started going off, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And I was like, is my mom up there bothering God about me?
I
was like,
she go up there and talk to him personally.
Yeah, they go up there and be like, now I know she was praying, but let me just tell you why I feel like she deserves. And they say we have a great cloud of witnesses. She in the cloud, like, but my baby, but come on, come on. So I feel like we know all things work together, but I feel like the timing of things and you being persistent, because you could have did, if it, from what you said in Go Milli, you could have went left. And stayed left, but it's the calling in you and your love for music that kept you straight and pursuing your love for the craft. So I'm going to tell you now, whatever you do, don't stop. I don't care if nobody listens to anything, or don't stop, because you've got a very, very precious and rare gift. Wow, especially writing all that stuff yourself. 8 whole songs. So who's doing your music?
As far as engineering?
Yeah, like, no, who's playing the stuff?
So I work with different producers.
Okay.
I work with so many different producers. So they send me beats. I get beats from them. I do the songs. I go right here to Augusta, and I record with a guy named Spilsberg. And he's just like family to me. And we go in there and we connect and we just make it happen.
All right. So when you were putting this EP together, was there one song that you wish you had put on, but you didn't?
No. Okay. I actually wasn't going to put I Can't Wait on there. I wasn't going to put that. Yeah, I Can't Wait was not going to make the cut. I had recorded I Can't Wait in 2019.
Are you serious?
Yes,
that is one of my favorites. And I say one of my favorites, like all 8 aren't my favorites. But listen, that one, I think from looking at my computer, that one's on repeat right now.
See?
Like right now.
So yeah, I recorded I Can't Wait back in 2019. And I forgot all about it. I was only gonna have 7 songs, and I was like, wait. And I listened to I Can't Wait. I said, yeah, I got to put I Can't Wait on there. I forgot all about I Can't Wait.
Gotta have it.
I fitted it in, yeah.
Gotta have it. And the way it flows is just really, really good. It's I Can't Wait, then Lullaby, then Love Me. So you got a good, everything is just good. It's Go Milli, Janae, then no, wait, am I missing something? What's number 3? No, Whoop de Whoop. Then it's Whoop de Whoop. Then it's I Can't Wait, the Lullaby, Love Me. Everything is just so good. I can't believe that I'm saying Whoop de Whoop out here. The whoop de whoop. But yeah, the fact that you made a song about something that everybody who's ever been in a hood knows is hilarious, because that's not something that you would really catch from somebody mainstream. They wouldn't really put that in there. They would find a way to commercialize it up and not have it be what we know it is. So the fact that you got whoop de whoop in a song, and I looked at it and I was like, what word is this? But after you said it, I'm like, it's whoop de whoop.
Yeah, it's whoop de whoop.
When the featured artist, let me see, what is his name? How do you pronounce that?
It's pronounced Shindo.
Okay. When Shindo was rapping it, I was like, oh, because the way you're singing it, you're not pronouncing it all the way. But when he started rapping it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, because he kind of broke it up a little bit. He kind of broke it up so you can understand.
Right. And that's how we would do it up north, and you guys down south would do it with more of a drawl. I was like, oh, we're talking about those.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation about those.
Right.
And I don't think that we've had anybody, let me see, that's Lullaby I'm referring to. There's a line in there. I don't think we've had anybody put class to the way you sang about what was going on in there. And
Yeah.
I was, because if you're not paying attention, you don't really know, you're just grooving. And then I was like, oh, oh, that's where we are. That's
Right.
where we are. So yeah, if you're just in the vibe and in the zone, you're not really paying attention to what you're saying. But the minute, I'm a lyric person, so once I started listening, I was like, okay, so this is what you put on this playlist in case you're trying to, make a mixtape or whatever. This would go over there, and Milli would go on like an exercise playlist where we're gonna work out and do inspirational things. But Lullaby, Janae, and let me see, Love Me could even go on one of those. Even though Love Me is about heartbreak, it can be heartbreak in a, what do they used to call them, in a quiet storm in a quiet storm playlist. Absolutely. So tell us, I'm not going to hold you long, but tell us what's next for Shaun Milli.
My album. Okay. Well, before the album, it'll be Love Me video, of course. Mm-hmm. Got to do that, and then we're going to do a video to Temporary as well. And then we're gonna do the album. The album will drop next month. Not next month, next year.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, because I was gonna say next month you got some work to do.
No. The album will drop next year. We haven't had a date, none of that, but yeah. Okay.
So that's what we're looking forward to. Are you getting ready to start lining up dates to, be going out to cities and things like that?
Yeah, we're talking about that. I just know that COVID is kind of on a rise again, so we want to be, we got to be safe.
Right. We got to be safe. Because here's the thing. As much as we want to see you, we want to be alive to see you, and we want you to be alive to sing to us. So, we all kind of have to do our part and not, be out here getting things canceled again, things like that. So I understand wanting to be safe. So maybe, some small things, you'll start off small, maybe?
Yeah, we'll probably start off small, of course, and then we'll expand. But we're definitely talking about going out doing shows. Texas probably would be the first stop, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll stay warm there longer. So Texas, if you need to, you could do some outside stuff because, Texas is hot almost year round. So that would be a good place to start. I want to thank you, Shaun, for making time to speak with me today. I really appreciate it. I want you to know you've got a fan fresh off of TikTok. If you didn't get nothing else, you got me and a radio station of folk behind you from one TikTok video you posted in the Waffle House. And
thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I can truly say that, me and all my followers, we're going to support, making sure everybody here at the radio station in the city supports, because you deserve it for being obedient in a Waffle House.
Right. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Seriously.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Shaun's music continues to climb all over the charts, and his single on YouTube has amassed over 300,000 views. Please, I ask every last one of you to check out Shaun Milli on all of your music streaming services. This is Lavetta Jenkins of ChattyPassenger.com with today's special podcast of an artist spotlight of Shaun Milli. I hope you will check out his music and tune in for the next one.